The streets of New York City bustled with life as people rushed to and from work, tourists snapped pictures, and food vendors called out their specials. Among the crowd was John Matthews, a quiet, middle-aged man with a confident yet careful stride. The world may have been dark to him, but thanks to his loyal guide dog, Shadow, he navigated it with remarkable independence. Shadow was no ordinary guide dog. He had a past, one that only a select few knew about. Before becoming John's protector, Shadow had been an elite K-9 police dog, trained for high-risk takedowns, drug detection, and suspect apprehension. His instincts, honed by years of service, had never faded. And soon, they were about to be put to the test once more. Not far from where John was walking, a group of bikers had gathered at a gas station, revving their engines and joking loudly. At the center of the group was Troy Parker, a reckless troublemaker who thrived on humiliating others for fun. He had spent the afternoon pulling childish pranks, throwing ketchup packets at people from his bike, catcalling women, and mocking street performers. But when he spotted John and his large German shepherd, an idea struck him. "Watch this," he whispered to his friends, grinning. As John carefully stepped onto the crosswalk with Shadow leading the way, Troy revved his engine and swerved dangerously close. The loud roar made several pedestrians jump back, but John, unable to see what was happening, remained calm, trusting Shadow to guide him safely. Troy sneered. "What kind of dog is that? Ain't no tough guy, just a dumb mutt," he jeered. Then, in an act that would seal his fate, he lifted his boot and kicked Shadow hard in the side. A shocked silence fell over the street. Shadow yelped in pain but didn't flinch. His training told him to assess the threat before reacting. But something had changed, his handler was in danger, and the scent of aggression and malice filled the air. John, confused by the sudden tension in the crowd, knelt beside Shadow. "What happened, boy? Are you okay?" His hands instinctively ran over Shadow's body, feeling the tension in his muscles. Then, the German shepherd let out a low, deep growl. It was a sound Troy should have taken seriously. A biker in the group, Rick, widened his eyes. Troy, that ain't just some pet. I think you just messed up, big time." Troy scoffed. "It's a dog, man. What's it gonna do? Cry?" The crowd wasn't laughing. Instead, whispers spread among onlookers. "That dog isn't normal. That's a K-9 stance. Look at its eyes, locked onto him like prey. Oh my God, that's Shadow. I read about him in the papers. He's a retired police dog." The atmosphere shifted. People pulled out their phones, sensing that something was about to go down. Then, in a blur of motion, Shadow broke free from John's grasp. Troy barely had time to react. The 80-pound German shepherd launched forward with the power of a trained tactical unit. With one calculated leap, he was on Troy's chest, knocking him off his motorcycle. The impact sent the biker sprawling onto the concrete, his helmet rolling away. The laughter was gone. Now, there was only panic. Troy screamed as Shadow's powerful jaws hovered just inches from his throat. The dog's deep growl sent chills through everyone watching. "Get it off me!" Troy shrieked, struggling to move. But Shadow's firm paw on his chest pinned him down like a seasoned officer subduing a suspect. John, still standing at the crosswalk, called out. "Shadow! Heel!" The moment John spoke, Shadow obeyed. With the discipline of a soldier, he stepped back, keeping his eyes locked onto the threat. Troy scrambled to his feet, furious and embarrassed. "You crazy or something? You could have got your dumb dog killed," he spat at John. The crowd wasn't having it. "You're the one who kicked a blind man's guide dog, you psycho," one woman yelled. "That dog should have taken a bite out of you," another man shouted. Then, before Troy could fully regain his footing, the wail of a police siren pierced the air. Two squad cars skidded to a stop, and 3 officers rushed out, one of them being Detective Mark Reynolds. As soon as Reynolds saw Shadow, his jaw dropped. "Shadow?" he said in disbelief. The German shepherd wagged his tail slightly, his stance still tense. "You know this mutt?" Troy scoffed. Reynolds turned ice-cold eyes toward the biker. "That mutt took down some of the worst criminals in this city." He pulled out his radio. "I need backup for an animal cruelty charge and disorderly conduct suspect." Troy paled. "Wait, what?" Reynolds crossed his arms. "You assaulted a guide dog, which is a federal offense. That alone can land you in jail. But let's not forget the reckless endangerment, disturbing the peace, and resisting arrest when this dog had to put you down himself." The biker gang scattered as officers moved in, slapping handcuffs on Troy. "You can't arrest me over a dog," he protested. Reynolds smirked. "Funny. You weren't worried about that dog when you were kicking him, huh?" Troy was thrown into the back of the police cruiser. The crowd cheered, their phones still recording. John knelt down and stroked Shadow's fur. "You did good, buddy," he whispered. Shadow, ever loyal, nuzzled his hand, his job complete. The video that broke the internet. By the next morning, the footage had gone viral. Biker kicks blind man's guide dog, instantly regrets it. Retired K9 dog takes down a bully in the most satisfying way. Instant karma. Biker faces justice after attacking a service dog. Millions of views. Thousands of shares. The world had witnessed karma in action. And Shadow? He became an internet legend. Like, share and subscribe. Love this story? Hit that like button. Share this video with your friends and let them know, justice always wins. Want more epic, real-life stories? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because in a world full of bullies, sometimes, justice has 4 legs and a bite.